تكمن أهمية نتائج انتخابات الرئاسة بالنسبة للمصريين الأمريكيين في منظورها التاريخي.
أول مرة في تاريخ مصر أعرق دولة.
Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Potluck, your everything and anything talk and entertainment TV show. My name is Laura Hartman, and I am your host. Today, we have a talented and beautiful guest joining us who is multi-talented in real estate and in television. In fact, she's going to have the next YouTube sensation. So please welcome to the show, Eman Aish. So welcome.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
So tell me, you do real estate full-time, is that correct?
Yeah, I do real estate full-time. Been doing that for 15 years.
Okay, now how did you get interested in doing a YouTube channel? And what is it called?
It's called, it has an Arabic name.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay, you can...
It's called Shahd al-Arab.
Okay.
Yeah, means it talks about people who become, who deserve to be recognized for their accomplishments.
Okay.
And we're gonna focus on women.
Okay.
Because they need pick me up.
Empowering,
Yeah,
yes.
especially those who come from overseas and Middle East.
Okay.
Yeah, I had my own experience and all the journey and difficulties I had through my journey raising my kids in this country and all of that. I think at this stage of my life, I have the experience to help others accomplish what I did.
Okay. Now, how are you finding, or how will you find the women to be on your show? And if you're trying to bump them up or help them to, boost them or empower them, for those who have been, say that have been abused in marriages or they're trying to escape, how would you help them? I mean, what would be like the first steps? Because some of them probably would be more shy to like do anything on TV or anything on the internet.
First thing, they need to overcome their emotions.
Okay.
The first thing is like to put ice between you and the person and love yourself, focus on yourself and your children because they are the most important. And raising children in an abusive relationship is just very bad. They develop bad memories, bad experiences and about marriage and relationships, and some of them become abusive. They think this is the way women should be treated, and just not a healthy environment to raise a kid.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, you had mentioned before the show that there are a number of women that, or should I say, like, there are not as many gentlemen in the Middle East as there used to be. Correct.
My older son is 26.
Okay.
And we are friends. So every time I have I'm disappointed with any man I met, I talk to him and I tell him, you are a man, I don't know how men brain, programmed. And
right.
So he's my friend. I share with him and he said, Mom, and one time I watched a movie, it's called The Ugly Truth, and it was talking about what men care, what men care for about a woman, her looks, her body, and her nice shape, and what he gonna do with it. So I was so upset. And I went to my son, I told him, I heard that in the movie. Do you think this is, how men think? And he said, yes, Mom, only 2%. I focus on her brain and what she's doing and her accomplishments and if she's smart and all of that, but only 2%. See, can you imagine?
Okay.
98% of men, don't care.
Was this an American film, or was this a film?
The Ugly Truth. It's an American movie, yeah.
Oh,
it's
wow.
a comedy. It's a very nice comedy. Don't miss it.
I'll check it out, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of not surprised. But is that within a certain age range, per se? Because guys do grow up after maybe 40.
Not really. After 40, they are ready for the middle age
well,
crisis.
It depends.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
yes. And they just don't care. If you look good, they will care to stick around. But if you, become a mom and start to, become a full-time mom, and this is, if God trusts you, give your child to raise, you should put every effort to raise your child right. And at this moment, men need more attention, so they seek attention elsewhere.
Sure. Now, as far as like where you're from Egypt, correct?
Yeah.
So the cultures are different everywhere, and so men are going to be different everywhere. But so how is your personal experience coming from Egypt? I understand that you kind of, kind of escaped out or kind of tried to get away from the pressure back home.
Yeah.
So,
Well, at the time I left Egypt in 2000, May of 2000.
okay.
After like two failure marriages. The first one, my first husband was physical abusive.
Oh.
So after trying, I got married after high school. I was 18. And I had 2 kids by the time I graduated from college. And I got my first job in the Egyptian TV. So I sat down with him and I told him, okay, now I'm independent. I have a job and I can raise my kids on my own and I have my money. I don't need anybody to provide for me.
Okay.
So this is your last chance to stop what you're doing if you want to continue raise the kids with me. So it's his habit. He couldn't change. He done it again. I had to go to my parents' house and they enforced him to divorce me. Like, it was horrible. So after that, I had a lot of pressure from the society, like even my immediate family. You can't, if one time I went to one of my friends' wedding and I took my sister and it was hell in my house after we came back. We're not allowed to stay out late and we didn't even finish the whole wedding. We left in the middle.
Oh no.
Just waited for the bride to see me. I attended the wedding. But anyway, so all that pressure made me like make another bad choice.
The pressure of because you weren't married anymore.
I'm single, and that word they think they keep their eyes on you. They think men gonna take advantage of you, and you're gonna ruin the family reputation. So it's the best situation for them to have their daughters married. If she's married, okay.
And that's still the
somebody else. Yeah. So
that,
it used to be. I'm not sure about now.
Okay.
I've been out for a long time, but I hear a lot of abusive stories. So I made a wrong choice because of the family and society pressure. And I came here in 1998 to give birth to my youngest child, went back home, and my husband had an affair with another woman, and he doesn't want me anymore. He was like mistreating me, abusing me in front of people, and it was horrible. And at one time, we were on the beach with his friends, and he started verbally abuse me. So I decided to leave because I want to end this. And I crossed the highway. I was absent-minded. I had an accident. I had my youngest child with me, so I hold him up like that when I had this accident. So went to the hospital, get the treatment I need, and the following day, he went to a very fancy beach back home with his girlfriend. And when his friends told me, I called his cell phone, he put her in the phone to answer me.
Oh my gosh.
So then this was the moment I made the decision to escape.
Okay.
And I came here.
And you came here with your children?
With my youngest one at the beginning.
Okay. So you have both your children now?
Yeah, I have everybody here.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you brought your youngest, and then what happened when you came over here? Because
after I left JFK Airport, I didn't know where I'm going.
Yeah, did you know anybody?
I didn't know anybody. But guess what? I just want to have peace of mind. I want to start somewhere. Nobody can bring the best. And I just begin to think future and focus on myself and my family and move on with my life.
Okay.
And it worked. I got a job in the Arabic Channel in New York and Manhattan and my following day from my arrival here. So I've been blessed.
Okay, so you got here in 2000?
Yes.
So you were there during 9/11?
Yes.
Okay. And I understand that's why you were brought down here.
Yeah, I came
because of
here.
After 9/11.
Yes.
Okay.
This TV channel I used to work for shut down on during 9/11 downtown Manhattan. It's all we were like close. I used to work in Wall Street.
Oh wow.
So it was very close to what happened 9/11, and they shut down. So I had to come over here. Friend of mine gave me contact information for another friend who worked for Voice of America.
Okay.
Yeah. But after I came here, I gave up on the media jobs because Middle Eastern men are the same. If you put them in another planet, they're gonna behave the same way.
Okay.
The sexual abuse, and I can't take this. I said, okay, I'll find another dream.
Wow.
And I did real estate, and I thought, okay, the solution is to make more money, not to get married. I don't want anybody to.
So did you work at the station and then like take classes online or somewhere to get your real estate license, or how did that process happen?
I used to work with Fairfax County Public Schools.
Oh, okay.
And until 2006, so took the classes in the evening in VR Fairfax location, and then I stayed home 3 days to study for the test. And went to for the state exam, and I got for the first time. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Great. So let's get back to your TV show, or is it more like a documentary type of show? Because you're going to be talking about their experiences.
It's kind of like we're gonna highlight independent women over here who came and started businesses and have a long list of
people that you know.
Yes, people that I know, and they have inspiring stories.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Can you share any of them?
Yeah, I have a Palestinian couple, and Palestinians are like one of the most successful communities here because everybody, when you plan your life or like your next 5 years, you have plan A, plan B, plan C. They don't have that. It's plan A and it has to work. Because most of immigrants, when they come here, if it didn't work, they will go back home. There is no home for them. This is home. The only way to make it work is here. So they work so hard and they achieve, they succeed all the time. So this family, it's a doctor, a physician and his wife, and they shared their story with me. When they first came here, they had no money, and the wife was hungry. He stopped by the gas station and bought her popcorn. This is the only thing he can afford. And now you see their house in Great Falls. It's amazing. They own a hospital. They own a lot of things. So a lot of success.
So were they doctors in Palestine?
Yes, and they came here, did their board.
The relicensing, that's hard.
Yes.
It's a lot harder over here for doctors.
But if you don't have plan B, plan A has to work. You just focus, work so hard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like my real estate exam, the fee was $60, but I needed that $60. It was one income. So this $60 back then
was a lot for you.
I wouldn't do it more than once. So when I go to an exam, I have to get it done. I have to pass.
So do you work with any type of like organizations or groups or clubs or anything that like supports women, especially coming over from like the Middle East?
I do. My sister and I still communicate with people like from my own town, and if I hear about any story or somebody needs some help, I guide them or do a little help, maybe financially as well. And here I used to be a part of the Egyptian American Cultural Association, and we used to host a lot of events and bring guest speakers to inspire the younger generation, especially.
Okay, but was it specifically for women or just for people in general?
For the whole community.
Okay, okay. So, so if there's somebody out there right now that's watching and they, are from whatever country and they just are giving up hope, what kind of advice would you give?
No, giving up hope is not good. We only live on two things: faith that we're gonna do well and hope. So you can't afford to lose those two.
Right.
You need to love yourself, and things gonna work itself out.
Right. And then if there's some kind of community group or help that they can go to, you can help.
They need to work on themselves. Like, no one helped me when I came here. I know nobody. I didn't know where I'm going after I left the airport.
Oh, wow.
And I stayed in a motel close to JFK, he asked, I need to find a job, what should I do? And the guy in the reception told me, what you used to do back home? I said, I used to anchor the news. And he said, oh, there is a channel here, let's call 411 and ask for their number. So we got the number, I called, and they said, come tomorrow for interview. Our staff is having summer vacations, and we need to hire like 2 or 3 people. Come tomorrow. So
wow, so you got lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm sure that doesn't happen for everybody. You know, I'm sure.
Faith and hope.
Okay.
Just keep trying, and it's gonna work out.
And you didn't know anybody when you came here?
I didn't know anybody.
Not even a soul.
Yeah, I didn't. And even people who were born and raised here. Have you heard of Huda Qutb?
What is it called?
Huda Qutb. She worked for. She hosts a show. It's called Today.
Okay.
And she shared so many people interviewed her, and she talked a lot about her experience. She had to go like 27 TV channels, and all of them said no, and one said yes. And now look at where she is today.
And now she's on the Today Show?
Yes,
wow.
She's inspiring, and she wrote a book, a very good book.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So
just keep trying. Keep trying.
Yeah.
People are gonna give up and accept you. You don't give up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your children, what was the experience like for your children having to come over and to watch you go through all that you've been through, you know, with the abuse overseas, and then you know, you said you came over with one child.
And yeah, and after I finished my immigration paperwork, got my citizenship, I got the other 2, and they were with my mom back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that must have been kind of hard to be without your children for a while.
Yes.
Right.
It was really hard, especially holidays, and when you cook a meal, you know they love, and you can't enjoy it, you cry first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's.
So
those days make you. Appreciate everything you have now. Having a family, it's not everybody can have his family around.
Right.
Being healthy, not everybody can be healthy. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least you had your parents to help support your children over there while they were.
Yeah, I had a great mom, and yeah, she was supporting.
And they were supportive of you coming over.
Yes.
What happens if there's somebody who wants to come over but their family's not supporting them?
Bring your children and escape, you know, because I used to work in the Egyptian TV, you know. Back home, you're a big shot, you're somebody, you know. But between me and myself, I'm not happy. So I have to, you know, pursue happiness anywhere.
Make your own happiness.
Exactly. And you just need to be brave and do it. It's gonna be hard at the beginning, but every day you will learn more, you will do better.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought about it. I made this decision, and now I realize I was a smart woman at early age, because people are suffering back home right now. The economy is bad, and no jobs, and the younger generation, you know, are doing so well. Everybody has a college degree, but they don't have jobs. So looking at my son, their age, and he's doing his PhD at Emory University. He's a physicist.
Wow.
Yeah, and
is he treating women pretty well now?
He's.
You taught him
everything I don't like.
He's at 2%.
Yeah, he's at 2%. He's doing so well. He's married, and I have a grandkid. And,
oh, wow.
Yeah, he loves his wife, respect her, and I always take the woman's side regardless. Even if she's wrong, I will teach her to do the right thing. But I wouldn't attack her like in any woman. I like it's because I know women in all relationships, they try to make things work all the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
All the time because they love to care about to have their children being raised with a mom and dad. This is their goal.
Right.
So
and there are men out there that are, I mean, in this day and age, there's, I know somebody personally, or actually I know a few people where that role is reversed, where the man is trying to do all he can for his children, and the mother is too messed up and can't do anything to help.
Yeah, there is an exception for every rule, but the majority women give love and care, and
they're more nurturing. Yes. So the father of your kids, did he try to come and take the kids, or he just like let it be and lived happily ever after with his mistress?
This one I had his son. It was a baby. My first husband, I was about to be killed to get my first two children. When I came here, I got my citizenship. I applied for them to get their green card. And during that time, I was working with the county, making like $2,000 a month. So I bought the tickets and traveled to Egypt twice to go to the U.S. Embassy in Egypt to do their green card paperwork. And he refused to let them fly. He asked me to give him $100,000.
Oh, you wanted money?
To approve their, said, okay, I don't have the money. Now I have debt on my credit card. I'm ready for a fight. So I went. All my family, my mom was crying, and he was abusive, you know that.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yes.
I have a friend who had the same type of thing happen.
I went to his house, and I said, okay, you better kill me if I can't live without my children. You either give them to me or kill me. I'm out of options now. And and the neighbors got involved. They helped me, and he came and signed the paperwork and gave them to me. And
oh, wow.
Started here. Yeah, nothing easy.
So you gave it a fight for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
It's worth it.
Wow.
My kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, so have you started airing any of your stuff on YouTube?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, except a few reports I have on YouTube, but the show is not yet on.
When will you start getting it going? Like by 2019?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, on the new year.
Okay, and how can because you have an Egyptian name for your YouTube channel, how can people like from the United States, or people who speak English find you?
I think I should do subtitles or anything. It's mainly in Arabic because the recipients, those who need to be empowered, those who need to make that change, women here are doing great and very smart and
right. Yeah, well, there's still like a percentage of women here that struggle, and there is abuse here in this country as well. But, but I mean, it's great that you're doing this for women, coming from the Middle East, and from.
They have a very bad situation over there. My own mom used to, face some abuse, but when she decided to exit the relationship, she think, okay, who's gonna provide for you guys? She thinks she has to sacrifice for her kids. And most of women who are facing abuse, a husband have an affair or abusive, or she should stay because who's going to pay rent? Who's going to
take care of them?
Take care of them. So
now you're going to kind of teach them or show them.
Teach them all what it takes. You work hard. The effort you're going to put in a miserable relationship, just invest in yourself. And the more you work on yourself here, everything gonna
will fall in place.
We're gonna fall in place, and you're gonna minimize the things that bothers you and make you unhappy.
Sure.
When you focus on yourself and be strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
For those who are just tuning in, you can go to www.potluck-online.org to find out more information about the show. And to find out more information about you, will you have a website?
They just need to go on YouTube or Facebook.
Okay.
Eman Aish.
Okay, they can look for your name. Can you spell your last name?
Aish.
Okay, and the first name is E-M-Y. Yes.
A-M-A-N. I go by Emmy because it's a lot easier.
Oh, okay. That's the American version. Okay. On your business card is E-M-Y. Okay. Yeah. And are you on any social media like Facebook or?
Yes, social media. I am on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Okay, great. Well, thank you again. I hope that those who are looking to be empowered watch her. So thank you and have a great day. All right.
الرئاسة بالنسبة للمصريين الأمريكيين في منظورها التاريخي.
أول مرة في تاريخ مصر أعرق دولة في العالم يستطيع الشعب المصري أن يوصل لحقه في الانتخاب، انتخاب الرئيس اللي هيمثله أو اللي هيقود الأمة. كنت طبعا مبسوطة جدا لأن أول مرة في تاريخ مصر أعرق دولة في العالم يستطيع الشعب المصري أن يوصل لحقه في الانتخاب، انتخاب الرئيس اللي هيمثله أو اللي هيقود الأمة. خبر مهم جدا.
طيب أنت اعتقادك أنه العلاقات المصرية الأمريكية هيكون شكلها إيه دلوقتي بعد انتخاب رئيس كان ينتمي إلى جماعة الإخوان المسلمين؟
والله أنا مش قلقانة على العلاقات المصرية الأمريكية، هتتحسن، هيبقى فيها. أنا شايفة إن هو امبارح في خطابه الرئيس الجديد في خطابه صرح بأن علاقاتنا بكل دول العالم هتكون قايمة على المصلحة المشتركة، بالظبط زي ما أي دولة في العالم هتستفيد، إحنا لازم نستفيد بنفس القدر. وبناء علينا مش قلقانة من أي حاجة، ده لمصلحة مصر وده العدل. يعني المفروض تكون العلاقات قائمة على العدل والمصالح المشتركة بين مصر والدول الأخرى بما فيهم الولايات المتحدة، فأنا مش قلقانة لا.
ايه رأيك في حقيقة انه عدد الناخبين المسجلين في مصر 50 مليون، اللي صوت نصهم بس 25 مليون تقريبا يعني، ده معناها ايه؟ انه نص الشعب المصري ما خرجش للتصويت؟
معناها انه ما كانش مقتنع الشعب المصري ما كانش مقتنع بحد من المرشحين، مش شايف ان في حد من المرشحين كل اللي احنا محتاجينه من اجل دولة حديثة. بس انا بعد ما سمعت الرئيس بيتكلم امبارح انا شايفه ان احنا كنا غلطانين، انا واحده من الناس كنت غلطانه، لان ما تقدرش تحكم على حد طريقه تفكيره والخطط بتاعته ازاي هيقيم دوله وهيبدا التنميه والحاجات دي كلها لحد ما تعرفه وتشوف هيعمل ايه. فكنا مخطئين. انا سمعته امبارح في الحديث بتاعه بعد فوزه بالانتخابات، شايفه انه هو متزن ومعتدل ولا يفرق بين احد، ولا المصريين كلهم بالنسبه له بيقول انه هيعملنا كلنا زي بعض، بيقول ان هو بيشتغل عندنا كأمة مصرية، وانا شايفه ان هو يعمل شغل كويس، مش قلقانه.